You're going through Genesis on Sunday mornings.
Uh-huh.
You are doing the Adam and Eve thing. This question says, when you say there is only male and female, how do you answer the people that are intersex? And where are you at? There's just a one-liner here. As soon as you Google intersex, this is on Wikipedia, this is what they say about it. Intersex people are individuals born with any of several variations in sex characteristics, including, and then they list this, chromosomes, gonads, sex hormones, and genitals that, according to the UN Office of High Commissioner for Human Rights, does not fit the typical definitions for male and female bodies.
Right. So you have androgynous individuals. You know, there's different when you're talking about there's different situations that come up with mutations and these are genetic defects. And when you're talking about these kinds of things, some of them have to do with chromosomal issues, but many of them have to do with just mutational issues. So for example, when a kid is born with dual genitalia, one of the things they do is test for whether or not the child is a male or a female.
Based off their chromosomes?
Based off their chromosomes.
So is that inaccurate? Can they not have both?
They can have both.
They can.
Both genitalia?
No, chromosomes.
You know what? I'd have to. It may be inaccurate. I don't know. At the very least, it's very, 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 very rare.
Right.
At the very least. And so when you're when you're talking about that, you know, that's like, you know, I mean we can take the exceptions to something. You know, most of us are born with, you know, two eyes in the front of our head and a nose and a mouth and ears and that kind of thing. And you know, we can come up with, you know, somebody who's got an eye that's off kilter and an ear that's on the back of their head, and go, what do we do with those people? And what we do with those people is we give them a life that's as reasonable as possible. But we don't make those the norm, because it's not the norm.
Right.
And so, again, when you're talking about male and female in the Bible, you know, the Bible teaches that when we all started out, that mankind was perfect, and as time has gone on, we've gotten less and less perfect, obviously. And so there's going to be genetic defects and that kind of thing, and some of the major diseases that we have come from that. And so again, the fact that the world is fallen does not mean that the standards have changed. And so man and a woman and so forth. And if I had somebody that was sitting in front of me that had genetic defects on those levels, then we'd talk about those issues. But I don't need to talk about those with people who don't have the issues, do I? And that's the vast majority of people.